Everyone will agree that good hearing protection in the shop is critical. The real question is, how do you obtain good hearing protection? Now, over the years, I have used all different types of hearing protection. In the military, we had the little plastic earplugs that would stick in your ears. Later, they changed to the foam earplugs, and neither of those really, quite frankly, worked that well. In my shop, I use all different types of earmuffs, and I've had just about every brand that you can think of. A couple of years ago, the earmuffs that I was using broke, and it was time to get a new pair. And one of the things that I had purchased was this set right here. Now, this is made by 3M, and quite frankly, it did a good job. But it's again time to upgrade and get a better pair of earmuffs. And there were some specific features that I wanted to be able to have in the new earmuffs that I had. The one that I have chosen to go with is this one right here by PROHEAR. And I want to be able to show you the features and benefits of this set of earmuffs that I think that you're going to find very interesting. When you're working with the different tools, what actually is the noise level that's actually going to cause the hearing damage? Well, one of the things that you have to be able to look at is the decibels. The decibels, if it's over 85 decibels for prolonged periods, you're going to be able to get hearing damage. And then when you look around the shop, how many tools actually produce 85 decibels or higher? Another factor that you have to consider, if you have 120 decibels or higher, then you can have immediate damage to your hearing. So good hearing protection in the shop around these tools is critical. Now, the first thing I want to point out is it does have the Bluetooth capability, and that's really nice, and I want to talk about that more in just a moment. But to begin with, this headband is very soft. Feels really comfortable on your head. Very, very nice. These cushions that go around your ear, very soft, flexible, very comfortable. And the other thing is, they can be replaced. You can snap these out and replace them should you need to. When you put these on, they fit over the ears and it's very comfortable. You have the padding up here and you have that cushion around your ear, and it forms a really good seal that really provides the hearing protection. Inside the box, of course, you're going to have the earmuffs, and you have a very nice carrying case that you can put the earmuffs in and be able to carry them anywhere that you wish to go, whether it's a job site, the shooting range, or wherever you need to have that hearing protection. And of course, you're going to get the manual on how to operate this, and you're going to have the charging cable. Now, this is the USB cable with the C connector at this end that will plug into your earmuffs. And then you can plug this in to whether it's a car charger, into your home, into your computer, wherever you have the USB connection. You also have the 3.5 millimeter cord that you can plug into the headsets. And what I'm using this for is when I'm doing the live streaming, I can plug this into the microphone that I'm using, have the headsets on, and can hear everything perfectly fine. So what does this 30 SNR actually refer to? Now, that indicates a high level of noise reduction. Now, this is suitable for any type of loud environment, such as a shooting range, construction sites, even operating the heavy machinery. This is going to help protect your ears from that large amount of noise. And remember, anything above 85 decibels is going to be where hearing protection is necessary, and you want to be able to protect your hearing. When I'm working in the shop for prolonged periods of time, having a good set of earmuffs to be able to provide the hearing protection is critical. And that's one of the reasons that I have chose the PROHEAR. Now, when I'm working down in the shop by myself, I like to be able to have music playing. Recently, I set up this little small amplifier to be able to have music in the shop. And this is a Bluetooth compatible. And I set up these foam speakers. Now, I showed how I made these, and these actually work quite well in the shop. The problem is when you have the equipment running, you really can't hear the music anymore because it's drowned out by the equipment. So the solution became getting a real good quality hearing protection type earmuffs along with having a Bluetooth system so I could still listen to the music while I'm working with the different equipment. Provides two things. It keeps the music playing in the shop and it still provides the hearing protection that you need. Now I want to show you the various controls of this. You have your power button right here and you have the volume right here. This will lower the volume, that will increase the volume, and then you have this top button, which is the mode. When you first turn this on, you're going to get the blue light. If you need to charge this, just plug it in and charge it. When you turn on the headset for the first time, this is the screen that you're going to get on your cell phone. Now when you look at the cell phone, it's going to go through the automatic pairing process, and what you're going to be looking for is the EM037. That will be the device that it will connect to. After this initial contact, each time that you turn on your cell phone and turn on the headset, it is going to automatically connect to the EM037. You're not going to really have to do anything else, and it will give you a little voice recording that says that the Bluetooth is connected. And when you want to use the Bluetooth, you're going to turn on the power button, you're going to hold it down for about 2 seconds, and the unit will turn on. At this point, it will automatically connect. Now, if it's the first time that you're going to be using it, it is going to be going into the pairing mode, and you turn on your device. In my case, I use the cell phone, and it will pair together, and you're looking for that EM037. And when you find that, you can click on it and it will connect. After that, each time that you turn on the earmuffs, it's going to automatically connect. That's a nice feature also. I use the phone also for a lot of the photography that I do in the shop. So if I'm using the earmuffs, I can actually use this mode button. I can turn the music on or off. Or if I just simply switch on the phone from the music that I'm playing over to the camera mode, it will automatically pause the music, allow me to do the photography that I want to do, and then when I go back and turn off the camera, this automatically reconnects and I can start listening to the music again. The other nice feature is if you want to switch tracks, if you don't like the track that you're listening to, just tap this button twice, it'll advance to the next song. Now, what happens if you really like a particular song and you want to hear it again? Well, all you need to do is tap this button 3 times and it will replay the track that you just heard. Can't beat that. One of the features that I really like is the fact that this, already connected to your phone, you can actually use it with your telephone. So if you're listening to the music, working in the shop, and the phone rings, it's going to stop the music. You can push this button once, you can answer the call. How nice is that? And you can carry on that conversation without having that phone right next to you. Everything is done with the Bluetooth. There is a built-in microphone that's going to allow you to speak to the person that you're talking to on the phone. Now, you're not going to hear that through the speaker system. Sorry, that is not connected to the speakers, but you can still hear yourself talk, and that works fine. Now, during the conversation, if you need to mute the microphone, just press that once, and it'll mute it. To unmute it, same thing, just press that one more time. What happens if you get a second call coming in? Well, just push this twice, put the first call on hold, and you can answer the second call. I don't get that too often, but it's a nice feature to be able to have on the headset itself. Now, of course, once you hang up the phone call, and in that call, the music will start playing again. So that is a real nice feature to be able to have, where not only do you have the hearing protection, you've got the Bluetooth for the music, and you've got a phone all in one that you can have just wearing your hearing protection. Also mention that you have these little 3.5 millimeter plugs, and it will plug in right there. And then you can take the other end. In my case, I'm going to plug this into my microphone when I'm doing the live stream. So in the upcoming videos, when I'm doing the live stream, you're going to see that I'll be wearing this headset to be able to listen to that microphone, to be able to hear the whole entire presentation that's so important when you're doing the live stream. Now this headset does come with a 3-year warranty. You can reach out to the support at PROHEARAC.com and they will be happy to work with you on anything that you need. So quite frankly, I have been very, very impressed with this headset, using it in the shop now for about a week. And this is going to be my go-to headset going forward because I really do enjoy the hearing protection that it offers, and I love having the Bluetooth ability to be able to listen to the music while I work and to still be able to have the communication with the telephone should I need it. I also want to point out that I am very, very impressed with the sound quality of the music that I'm listening to. Now, I really can't show that because it'd be a copyright situation, but I have to be able to tell you the sound quality is fantastic. Now, one of the things that I wanted to find out is in my shop just how noisy that it is. So right now, every single thing is turned off except the air conditioner. Now I have the central air conditioning in the shop, and I wanted to show you the decibels of just how loud that air conditioner is. Okay, so that's not too bad. Basically, all you're hearing is the fan run because the system is in the far side of the shop and you're really not having a whole lot of noise other than the fan running. But now I want to turn on, for an example, the table saw, which I know is used an awful lot in the shop. And I want to see just how loud that is. So you can see from the table saw itself, it's right up there to the point where you need that hearing protection. Now we'll say this, after I put the new motor onto this table saw, it is a lot quieter. But still, again, you need to have the hearing protection. But what is the noisiest tool that I have in the shop? It's the shop vac. Let me show you just how loud that is. That was holding the meter about 2 feet away from the vacuum itself, and you still had 86 decibels. Do you think you need hearing protection when you're vacuuming the shop or using it as a dust collection? I would say so. Now how about when I'm running the central dust collection system? How noisy is that? Now right now I'm in the shop and the only thing that's running is the dust collection system. And this is pretty much where I am when I'm using the dust collection system. Usually it's right by the table saw. So if I hold this up, you can see, now you can see with the dust collection system going and the air conditioner going, this is what we're looking at. And I'm gonna be quiet because it's picking up my voice also. You can see that added quite a bit of noise just from having the air conditioner itself. Now I also run a secondary dust collection system. Let me turn that on. So now I have the central air conditioner running, the dust collection at this end of the shop, and I have my auxiliary dust collection at this end of the shop. We're right in the middle. So that's not bad until we turn on a piece of equipment. So is hearing protection necessary? Absolutely. You need to have the hearing protection. Now if you thought the shop vac was loud, take a look at this miter saw that's over 100 decibels. That's just crazy. So you can see with that miter saw, that actually is the noisiest tool in the shop, because I've run some of the other equipment and everything is less. Now I will say this is a very old miter saw that I'm going to be upgrading in a future video. But this is very loud. You saw where it's actually 100 decibels. The hearing protection requirement would be crucial. Now I want to point this out too. Many years ago when I was doing quite a bit of flying and I used the headsets, I must say that those headsets were not as comfortable as this set of earmuffs by PROHEAR. This is a very comfortable headset, and I used to wear the ones flying for hours at a time, and these are far superior. So why do I say that? Well, after many years of flying and being in the military around all types of different loud noises, yes, I do have hearing loss, and it's significant. So the hearing cannot be repaired. So once you lose your hearing, it's gone. So being able to have a good earmuffs to be able to protect your hearing is very, very important. And I really enjoy having these. Now I've been using these in the shop now for about a week, and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. So with all that being said, at this point, what's the negative? Well, the only negative is when I'm doing a lot of projects and a lot of things are going on in the shop and I have the different vacuums on and the dust collection on, I'll forget to turn them off. Why? Because I can't hear them. Yes, more than once while I'm cutting out a project, I've had that shop vac, which is very noisy, running, and I actually have forgot to turn it off. And it's because I was wearing the hearing protection and I couldn't hear that the shop vac was actually running. Same thing with the dust collection. Can't hear it. And that's a really nice thing if you want to be able to have good hearing protection. But you have to remember, go turn off the dust collection when you're finished using it. So thanks a lot for watching this short video on the introduction to the PROHEAR EM037 headset. Now I've really enjoyed having this in the shop, and like I said, this is going to be my go-to set. The other set that I've been using now for the last several years is going to be a backup, or if I have a guest in the shop, but this set's mine. I'm going to really enjoy having this. So again, thanks a lot for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So for now, bye-bye everyone. See you real soon. Well, at this point, it's time to get back to work. So I'm going to get started. I got some projects I'm working on. So here we go. Just so you know, yes, I do turn the volume way down. If I didn't, it would be way too loud for you. In the description below, I will have a link to the PROHEAR EM037 Bluetooth compatible hearing protection earmuffs. I think it'll be well worth your time to check out these earmuffs to see if they'll work in your shop or, quite frankly, any very noisy area. If you go to the shooting range, work in large construction sites with a lot of noise, or deal with heavy machinery, these are a set of earmuffs that I think that you'll find very useful. The next project and video that I'm working on is well underway, and I'll be bringing this to you in the next few days. I'm actually making 5 pull-out shelves that will go into a small pantry to be a vast improvement over what's there now.